Hello, everyone. My name is Zulfiqar, and welcome to another episode of Income Investors. With me today is John Whitefoot with another exciting income pick. If you want to read more about what John writes on a regular basis, you can head to incomeinvestors.com, or you can find the link to the website in the description below. At first glance, investing in healthcare seems like a no-brainer. People will always need doctors, hospitals, and medicine. But once you dig deeper, the picture gets really messy. Biotech stocks can skyrocket on FDA approval one day and plunge on disappointing trial data the next. And add in drug pricing and changing healthcare policies, and the sector can feel like a minefield. For income investors, trying to generate steady cash flow, picking the right healthcare stocks can turn into a full-time job. But there is a good news. You don't have to do this alone. One way to simplify healthcare investing is to use professionally managed fund that spread the risk for you. I stand out in this space is Abrdn World Healthcare Fund. They traded on New York Stock Exchange under symbol THW. THW stock gives investors instant exposure to global healthcare companies and does it with a high dividend yield that is paid monthly. So, John, what can you tell us about Abrdn World Healthcare Fund?
Thanks, Mo. Aberdeen World Healthcare Fund is a closed-end fund or CEF that focuses on two goals: current income and capital appreciation. It invests in healthcare companies worldwide, not just in the US. Quick refresher, a CEF raises a fixed pool of capital, lists its shares on an exchange, and then trades like a stock. Unlike open-end funds, CEFs have a limited number of shares and can trade at discounts or premiums to their net asset value or NAV. Inside THW stock, you're getting exposure to pharmaceuticals, biotech, medical devices, and healthcare services providers across multiple geographies. Top holdings include household names such as Johnson & Johnson, UnitedHealth Group Inc., and Abbott Laboratories, but there are just some of the holdings. There's a lot more in the portfolio.
If you like what you see so far, check out incomeinvestors.com. While you're there, you could also sign up for our free special report titled 3 Income Stocks to Own Today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%. You can find the link to incomeinvestors.com in the description below. And now back to the video. And John, I see THW stock has a robust dividend yield.
Yeah, now THW stock currently yields more than 11% on an annualized basis, and it pays that dividend monthly. Now, instead of waiting every 3 months for a check, investors receive 12 payments per year, like clockwork. How big is the payment each month? Right now, it's 0.117 cents, and that comes in at $1.40 per share on an annual basis. How does Abrdn World Healthcare Fund generate this income for shareholders? The income comes from interest from healthcare bonds, dividends from healthcare stocks, and capital gains from sales, and return of capital, or ROC. Now, some investors get nervous when they hear return of capital, but in the world of CEFs, it's common and helps maintain stable monthly payouts. Since its inception, THW stock has delivered those monthly distributions with impressive consistency.
Now, John, are there any risk investors should know about THW stock?
Well, yeah, no investment is risk-free, and THW stock is no exception. There are some things investors should pay attention to. One, dividend continuity. Maintaining a double-digit yield can be challenging during prolonged market downturns. So there's no guarantee that there'll be dividend continuity. Leverage, like many closed-end funds, Abrdn World Healthcare also uses leverage to enhance returns, which can magnify losses if market goes south. Three would be, I think, sector risk. The healthcare sector itself carries risks. This includes regulatory changes, drug pricing pressures, or sudden policy shifts which can weigh on the entire industry and in turn impact the fund's performance. And four, NAV erosion. It's important to keep an eye on the fund's net asset value. Over time, since high distributions that aren't fully covered by earnings and gains can erode long-term value.
John, thank you so much for your insights. For income investors who want monthly income, global healthcare exposure, and a double-digit yield, THW stock ticks a lot of those boxes. It has a yield north of 11%, monthly dividend instead of quarterly, exposure to top healthcare names worldwide, and professionally managed and built-in diversification. It is not for everyone. This closed-end fund uses leverage, carries high fees than an ETF, but for those seeking consistent monthly cash flow from healthcare sector, THW stock is one of the most straightforward ways to do it. That's it for today, and make sure to go to incomeinvestors.com now to get our free special report on 3 income stocks to own today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%. You can find the link to incomeinvestors.com in the description below. We'll be back with more income picks soon, so stay tuned. And in the meantime, don't forget to like this video, and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye for now.